Hey, what's up, Studio K team? This is Charles Ross, and I'm so pumped, you guys, for this Coconut Point launch. I hope that you guys are excited because it's gonna be so much fun. We are in week number 3 of a series called High Wire, and this series, High Wire, is all about a circus theme. And we're talking about the pressures, and in a very comedic way, the pressures of a circus performer. Well, this themed message all focuses on trust. So every single week in the month of September, we'll be focusing on trust, and we're going through and exploring the life of Joseph in the Old Testament. So as last week, we're going to move forward in the life of Joseph, and we're going to talk about a time period where Joseph was in jail, and he had a high pressure situation where he had to interpret the dreams of the Pharaoh. Well, Pharaoh had a couple of dreams, and only Joseph was able to interpret them. And in fact, when he was able to deal with that pressure by trusting in God, he was then placed in another high pressure position, which was being second in command over all of Egypt. Well, this message comes from the 41st chapter of Genesis. And so in preparation, I would ask that you guys just read through chapter 41 of Genesis, pray through it, and then also think through our key memory verse, which is what we'll be reinforcing with the kids. And that's Proverbs, the 3rd chapter, verse 5. And that is, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not lean on your own understanding. All right, so if you're in one of the K-Town groups, you're gonna have 3 amazing fun activities, and they're all focused on this whole concept of pressure. The bottom line of this message is, when the pressure is on, God is still with you. So the first one is called Don't Let It Fall, and this is just going to be a fun game of Jenga, and yes, you'll have some Jenga blocks, and the whole idea is to use the fun Jenga game to explore the pressures that they feel when they're playing this game. It also gives you a chance to explore some of the real pressures that they have, like pressures at home or pressures in school, and remember that bottom line that God is with you. The next one is called The Pressure is On Poses, and so this is a fun one where you'll get to read a number of different high pressure situations for K-Towners through second graders, and they get to act that out. And again, just gives you another opportunity to talk and illustrate the bottom line. And then the final is an activity called Target Practice, and yes, you bet it's kind of a basketball themed activity, but again, it's all about reenacting pressure in fun ways so that you can talk about how God is always with us and we can trust in Him, just as our memory verse says. If you're leading Studio K small groups, there are 3 other fun activities for you guys. The first one is called Amazing You, and it's just that, no supplies needed. You're just going to ask the kids to come up with the most amazing trick, and they're going to have to amaze one another. And again, we're just simulating the pressures of having to perform right on the spot. The next 2 activities will take some plates that they'll cut into rings, and the whole idea is they're going to write down high pressure situations. So these are real situations for them that are high pressure, and then they're going to try to juggle those, and it's going to really simulate or symbolize how we all have to juggle situations that cause pressure for us. This is a great opportunity to stop and slow down in the second activity to debrief with them and talk about how they can bring God into those situations that cause pressure. And then the last one activity is you're going to use those same rings that you made out of the paper plates. There's going to be a ring toss, and you're going to have them toss them into different objects. And so the idea again is to just talk about and display this whole concept of pressure and how we pull God into it that allows us to trust. So excited to see you guys this weekend. We would just ask that you please arrive at least 30 minutes prior to each service. So if you're a part of the 9 a.m. service, 8:30, please arrive and you'll have a great huddle. If you are a part of the 10:45 service, please arrive at 10:15. You'll be a part of a great huddle. If you would love to help us set up, 7:30 in the morning, we're going to be setting up. If you'd like to help us tear down, just hang out after the last service and we'll be tearing down. So excited to see you guys. We'll see you soon.